What's going on, Jerome's halftime? Vikings allegedly trailing 17-14 as the New York Football Giants just came in, and my God. So first off, my sweet Lord. Hold on. Well, so first off, where am I going? My sweet Donatello. Like, are you absolutely bleeping me? You have to be kidding me with this freaking defense. All this talk in his press conference this week. Oh, you're going to like the way that our defense plays. I guarantee it. Going on Men's Warehouse on the bit. Please, get the hell out of here. Where I actually don't blame Ed Donatello. I think that he's too old. I think that he's too set in his ways. He's like, hey, if this hasn't worked out, I'll work out. No, I blame Kevin O'Connell because throughout the season, like, Donatello should be fired mid-season. Like, let's not get this twisted. Like, bye week, he probably should have been fired. But Kevin O'Connell, I don't know, first-year head coach, maybe he's worried about rocking the boat. Maybe he's got too much respect for his elders. They did nothing. And this is exactly what happens. Like, hey, what's the definition of insanity? Do the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, playing soft zone, not getting pressure with 4. It's almost like they didn't know that Daniel Jones can run. It's just pathetic. And again, I blame Kevin O'Connell more than Ed Donatello because Donatello ain't going to change. Tristan, $2 in the super chat. Let's fire Ed at the half. Agreed. Put Pettin in there or Mike Smith, someone who's actually going to freaking rush the passer. Jeff CA, $5 super chat. Gotta stop Jones. Yes. I mean, team stats wise, they had 3 straight drives of 80+ yards. It's ridiculous. They're 3 of 6 on third down. They're on pace for over 500 yards of offense, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, they're winning time of possession. It's so frustrating, and it's everything that we've talked about with Ed Donatello before. It's like, oh, sitting back in soft zone, not mixing up with man, not blitzing, not doing anything, not having a quarterback spy on Daniel Jones, which Daniel Jones has 71 yards rushing, and in like the second, third drive, Daboll is just like, okay, we're just going to run the ball with Daniel Jones until they stop it, and I don't blame him, but it's frustrating, man. It is. And the offense is playing relatively good. I mean, they bookend. They only had 4 drives in the first half, but they bookended it with touchdowns. Kirk Cousins, 13-16 for $132 and a tutty. Dalvin's running hard. Jefferson got some early work, 6 for 43. Hawkinson helped bust this thing open. KJ got himself a touchdown. Tristan, $2. I'm starting to think Ed is trying to be fired. It's like, I don't think that you could coach any worse, like, intentionally. Unless that's what he's actually going for. I don't know. But as we've been doing at halftime, preliminary winners and losers. So Hawkinson really opening things up on that last touchdown drive. Jefferson with 6 catches already. Playoff debut. Being shadowed by Adoree Jackson. Yes. Caleb Carter, $2 in super chat. Use B as a spy. Yes. Brian Asamoah. Jacob Hanners, $2 in super chat. I love you, Skull. That's right. If you got a question or a comment, toss a couple bucks in the super chat. We'll get to it. Also, let us know where you're watching from. Give a couple shout outs. Jefferson, blah, blah, blah. Cousins, yes. Let's get this over here. Get over here. All right, so Cousins. Cousins, 7-7 on the first drive, 13-16 for $132, like we said. Dalvin's running hard, 10 for 43. It feels like he has a chance to bust one, but we've said that about Dalvin all week. Or all season. Kevin O'Connell's opening drive was good. Second and third drive, not so much. Buller got himself a sack. Heavy personnel is doing well. Where you come out with multiple tight ends, or you have CJ Ham out there and you run 12, 13, 21, 22 personnel, and you keep them in their base package, you're able to get after it. But game script, whatever. U.S. Bank Stadium crowd, 123 decibels. Yeah, screw that. Hey, Nick Gates, the guy who said, I expected it to be louder, holding on the first play. What happened? And then the Giants offense happened. Ed Donatello, like we said, 80+ yards on all 3 drives. Kevin O'Connell for not firing Donatello, no quarterback spy. Kirk Cousins as a wide receiver. Oh, by the way, Kevin O'Connell, throughout this year, on 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, his entire playbook has been garbage. So they need to tear that up and get rid of it. Tang Yang, $5 super chat. Problem is, the defense only works when you have an actual pass rush. Tampa 2020. Kevin needs to stop. Blah blah blah. Agreed. X is $5 super chat. Dontel doesn't get fired this offseason. We ride 100%. And thought that, hey, maybe there's a shot that he's just promoted to like senior consultant, but no, that's off the table too. Jack Batterson, $5. Happy to see us get within 3, but D needs to tighten up. Skull, and the Giants get the ball start the second half. Madden Mobile Cody, $2. We need to spy on Jones, Skull, Little Rock, Arkansas, or Little Rock Air Force. Yeah, nailed it. Thank you for your service. And yes, agree on that. Other losers, the refs. So missing false starts, missing clear holds. Like, how many times can Hodgin on the perimeter get by? He's got white gloves on the outside of a dark jersey, just holding on to Shandon on some of those outside runs. I mean, it's pretty blatant, and yet they're missing it. Yeah. Za'Darius quitting on the play. So the play where Andrew Thomas clearly false started, Za'Darius literally quits on his pass rush, just points at Thomas, and the play goes on, and then they score. So the hell's going on here? Trying to block Dexter Lawrence. Apparently he's pretty good. Bradbury got a hold, but maybe saved a sack. The offensive line, 7 hits on Kirk Cousins so far. And I don't know. Like, this is one of those games where maybe the things that we knew were problems all along, like the defense as well as the offensive line, are just going to cost us. So who really knows at this stage? But you know, just because you have the capability of making amazing comebacks doesn't mean you have to do it every single game. That's what's frustrating, man. But second half, defense has to get a stop. And they started playing well towards the end. Maybe Donatel's starting to loosen things up. Halftime adjustments. It has to be just like the Colts game, where, I mean, the Vikings got shredded by the Colts offense. Also, a lot of other random things went the wrong way. But the second half of the Colts game, they blitzed, they played press man coverage across the board, and they got after it. They need to do that against the Giants. And now, yes, it is dangerous with a guy like Daniel Jones. Have a quarterback spy, put Asamoah out there. Hopefully he's not too dinged up. Big Ugly, $2. Show call, timeout with a chance for a field goal. Yeah, I agree, but also I understand why O'Connell was sort of passive in that spot, because you would have got the ball back with like 15 seconds left. Maybe you would have been at like your own 35. So, and with no timeouts. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. But, yeah, get a stop. Let the offense keep on doing what you're doing. You don't have to get out of your game plan yet, but the stop is the biggest key. It is. Get some heat on Daniel Jones. Hey, Za'Darius. Hey, Daniil. Also, stop dropping Daniil into freaking coverage. We saw that on third down, Donatel. Just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. But, woosah. Deep breath. Like, this could have been worse. When it could have been 21-7. The Vikings easily could have been stopped on that drive, and it would have been a different ball game. But you're down 3. You're at home. The crowd is still in it. You got some momentum. So carry it over to the second half. Make some good adjustments. You can score points. Like, you can get after this Giants defense for sure. But you got to slow down Danny Dimes, which is just ridiculous to say, isn't it? It is. But keep Skull alive. We'll do it. Do the damn thing, and we'll talk after the game and talk about we're on to San Francisco. But second half, got to get your ish together. Kevin O'Connell's got to show some leadership and fortitude and get things together. The defense has to step up, and that is all. But we'll see you after the game, post-game show, as well as winners and